So we're talking about lampshades today. So when you're thinking about the fabric that you want to put on your lampshade, think about the size, the shape of it. Is it drum shape, or are the sides going to be tapered if it's an empire? I have been thinking about what fabric I should be using for my office. So I'd like to have 2 matching lamps on my desk. My colours in the room are sort of blues and reds. So I've put together my favourite 3 and I'll show you my thought process. I've got a really pretty velvet. It's quite a thin velvet. I wouldn't go with any fabric that's too thick, so it will be quite hard to work with. You need to fold in the fabric at the end. So if it's too thick, it'll be really hard to push in. So that was an option. Well, it was an option until I realised that I didn't have enough. I've got enough for 1 lampshade, but not 2. So that is out the door. I've got really pretty block print cotton that I could use, and I've actually used on a lampshade before. It's really pretty, but the lamps that I have are actually going to have some quite small lampshades on them. So I wondered whether this was a bit too big, and by the time you've sort of curved it round, maybe you'd only be able to see a couple of the flowers. So I wasn't sure about that one. And then this one, which is a really pretty just little leaf design. But what I like about it is that it's quite sort of messy all over the place. So it's probably quite forgiving. So when I make it, I don't have to worry about losing part of the pattern round a corner. And it's quite nice and lightweight, a little bit thicker than this one, which if it's too lightweight, it can be quite slippery to work with. But this is reasonably firm, cotton, the right colour, a nice print that I think will look quite nice on a small shade because it's quite small design. So yeah, I think that's where I'm going to go with that one. So the first thing to do is to give it a really good press. You don't want to have any creases in your lampshade. If there's any giant ones, I would get a water spray and dampen your fabric to re-iron it. That will really help get out the creases. And use your template, which I've got here, just to test how much fabric and if you've got enough. So I'm making twin identical lampshades, so I need to double the amount, so that should work perfectly. And now it's time to get going. Right, so the next stage is this lovely lamp, also from Needcraft. This is their June style lamp, lovely wooden lamp, which is going to have my shade put on it, like that. Can you see that? Great, so I'm gonna paint this with some leftover paint, wall paint that we had from when we got some cupboards built. And it's red and it should look good.